This is the show giving you the best sales insights and ideas to become the best you can be in sales and sales leadership. My name is Gert Scholz. Welcome to Best Practice for Sales Professionals. And today I am thrilled to introduce someone who helps companies like Aviva, Lloyds Banking and BMW win large proposals. He has the highest level of certification in the proposal profession, and he's a fellow of the Institute of Sales Management. Graham Ablett from Strategic Proposals, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Great to be here.
Graham, we're going to talk about a proactive approach on renewals. But what I'd like to start off with is how you guys go about finding and getting a new piece of business.
Sure. No, of course, I'm sure people are interested in that. We're a specialist company focused on helping people to win business by producing compelling proposals and pitches. It's quite niche. So we don't often get into a straight fight through a procurement process. We're often invited in to come and talk to our clients because we do a good job with our network, using our network as much as we can. We market, we talk at events and hopefully get people to come and ask us to help them. But of course, you know, when there was just the three of us 15 years ago, that worked quite well. Now we're a bigger company, over 20 people in the UK. We need to get on the front foot and go out and sell. So we also get out there and sell. We have campaigns to win clients we really want to work with, that we know we've got a strong story to tell and we think we can help. So we get on the front foot and get out there and sell as well as deliver the work that we do for our clients.
Wow, so it's interesting to see that even as a very specialist company, you still have to go out there and find the business.
Absolutely, we do. Yeah. So we deliver and we sell.
Excellent. So why should organizations be thinking about a proactive approach when it comes to renewals?
Well, just thinking about what I was saying there, about how hard it is to go out there and win a new logo. Why would you want to risk giving that client up to somebody else? It takes so much effort. So I think that's why renewals is important. If you can maximize your renewal rates and have some good growth as well, then you're on the track for success as a business, right? It's interesting when you look at the research. The Challenger research says that 47% of times in a bidding situation, the incumbent wins. Now, I think those odds are pretty rubbish. Having put all that effort in to win the client in the first place, every other time you're going to lose that client. And I think that's because people are too reactive. They don't take a proactive approach. People think that buyers don't want that. They've got their set play procurement process to go through. That's not the case. 75% of buyers that we interviewed said that they would take a renewal proposal seriously. If it was good enough, they are willing to have a conversation with you, even people in procurement, about renewing. So that's why it's important.
Yeah, some very telling figures there, you know. What are your experiences when you start working with organizations, helping them to renew a contract?
Well, to start with, there's a lack of process. 10% only of major UK companies, only 10% of them have a documented process that they go through to renew their customers. 90% don't. 90% have got a strategy of hoping that their client doesn't go to market. So that's not a good strategy, right? So too many people sit back and hope that it doesn't happen, put their heads in the sand and hope for the best. Too many people leave the salespeople, the account management people to do the bidding themselves, which could in some places mean you're up against a team of business development professionals, bid managers, proposal managers, somebody who really wants your account, chasing it. So you could be up against it there as well. So not many people do this stuff really well. There is a little bit of a change compared to 5 years ago. We do 4 times the amount of engagements where we're helping people be proactive with their clients. So that's changing a bit. There is a bit of a change there, but for too many they're too reactive and put their head in the sand and wait for their client to go to market.
Again, some staggering figures that only 10% of the organizations you work with have a process in place. So what does good look like when it comes to a good renewal strategy, if you like?
Yeah, well, let me share a little anecdote with you. One of my clients who we've been working with for a long time had one of their major UK customers were going to go out to market. And they got proactive, engaged us, and wanted to avoid going to market, which has got to be the sort of the first aim. Let's try and retain them before they go to market, before they even think about going to market. So with this client, we were able to help them visualize the future, why they should stay with the incumbent, telling the story of the value that they've built over time, how they can change things to extract more value from the contract and the supplier, and what that would look like in the future. And that was all presented on a huge poster. So no proposal, no RFP, nothing like that. A huge proposal with lots of detail in there, tangible numbers. And the client retained their services and went further, in fact, and bought more services from them. And that was for a £60 million deal, straight to contract negotiation and statement of work, completely avoiding the competitive route. So that's what good looks like, getting on the front foot and shaping the customer's thinking and avoiding the going to market.
Wow, and a very original way that grabs the attention and I guess the emotion of everybody in the room. Fabulous.
Yeah.
So there are companies out there right now who need to renew a contract. Perhaps they putting their head in the sand a little bit, as you're saying. What 3 tips would you give any organization that is about to run out a contract with one of their key customers?
Great question. Well, number one, if you're anything like me, you don't want to put it at risk. So don't leave it up to the client to run the process. Get ahead of the process. Think about when that contract end date is, what your client's typical procurement cycle is, and then think about what you can do before the gun goes off and they start thinking about going to market. So get ahead of it, start to shape it, influence it, and have that goal of trying to win it without it going to market. So you need to think about the timing. That's number one. Number 2 would be, if I was an organization who's a little bit too reactive at the moment, I would list my top 5 accounts that are coming up for renewal in the next 6 months, and I would think about what's my plan for each of those accounts. What realistically can I achieve? Are they going to go out to market anyway in the end? So how do I best get ready for that event? What can I do to do something a bit different for them or with them in that time period to persuade them to stay with me? What other value can I bring from other clients, other learnings, other insights that I've got that might persuade them to stay with me and show what can I do to show them there's another way, a better way of doing it? How have they purchased from me and consumed my services in the past? Is there a better way? Start to think about what we can take to them to build a compelling story and an argument of why we should stay with them. And number 3 is bringing all that together, having your plan and then bringing that together in a story. You need to have a really compelling elevator pitch with tangible evidence of where you've delivered value to date to the client, and also where you can take them to in the future. You need to have that story. Without that story, you're not going to have the hook and not going to be able to have the conversation. So take control of the situation, tell them compelling stories, and have a plan.
Graham Ablett from Strategic Proposals. What a great insight and tips there right at the end for the viewers. Thanks for coming on the show and hope to speak to you soon.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Like the show and share for more insights and ideas to make more sales.